Hello, kia ora, welcome, and welcome to my first live video on YouTube. I'm still trying to learn. I do want to talk about perspectives today, especially in these very challenging times. Let's just talk about a phrase that I like from physics, and it says, what we focus on expands. Let me rephrase that again. What we focus on expands. This is what we want to talk about today. Hi, my name is Katrin, and I am the creator of 2.1 Smile, and I help people to consciously create joyful new beginnings. When I say what we focus on expands, that actually means if I get up in the morning, let's say, and I step out with my so-called left toe or bump my foot against something, and I immediately have kind of a negative or angry thought in my head, very, very likely this is going to continue. And I'm talking more about the, for us most of the time, not really aware perspective. So one thing everybody is always talking about is mindset. And yes, I totally agree that a positive mindset is something that is beneficial to all of us. I personally, however, must say I cannot always have a positive mindset, and my philosophy is a little bit different. I do believe we all have a variety of emotions and feelings, and that's part of different frequencies and energies. And every emotion and every feeling has a place and wants to be felt. And I believe when we just feel them and then let the wave dissipate and let these emotions go again, there's no harm in it. That's basically what life is all about. Life is never just a constant straight ahead kind of stream. It always goes up and down. Coming back to what we focus on expands though. When we use our, let's say, our brain a little bit better, and we have these challenges worldwide at the moment, they are definitely one of a kind for our generation, who has not experienced war or any bigger pandemic before. So when we focus, when we use our brain, in that we are realizing one particular day, I am, let's say, watching a lot of Facebook or am on social media a lot, or whenever I turn the radio on or the TV or look in the newspaper, all it ever talks about is this lovely pandemic. And never really in a positive way either. I have a lot to say about that too. No, it's basically trying to put everybody into fear mode. So when we are bombarded with that stuff and are not aware that we have a choice in what we accept in our thinking and emotions and what we don't, we basically, a lot of us will fall into this stream of thinking about the pandemic all the time. And even by that, what we focus on expands, expanding the whole situation. And let me give you another example why that happens. For example, if I tell you, please do not think about a purple elephant, what will happen? Immediately you have in your brain that image of a purple elephant. You can't help it. And now we can use that. Another example is, before I go into that, when a lot of you possibly have done at some point in your life some form of network marketing, MLM, I think it's called. And they always come and tell you, you should have your vision board and you should look on the photos or the images at least 10 times a day. and you should have your goals. There is one aspect to it that is quite true, but not the whole story. But what I really liked, and I was involved in it like 20 years ago too, I was living in a smaller village, and I am not really that person who says I have to have a huge big villa and I want to have that dream Ferrari or something. I always thought though, an Aston Martin is kind of a cool car. Just for fun, I wanted to play with it and said, well, an Aston Martin is where I place my body in on my vision board and see what happens. By the way, I never got the Aston Martin, but I don't really want one. However, in that small village where I've never ever seen an Aston Martin, in that week I saw 3. And that kind of really proves the point. When we are thinking about something, ideally combined with emotions, then all of a sudden it will appear. It just can't help itself. It will appear. So when we talk about what we focus on expand, we can use that. We can use our brain. We can use our conscious thinking combined with feelings and create something, expand something that is more desirable than fear of this pandemic. So my 2 cents today on Sunday is that I wish for you to create something in your head that you would like to focus on. I sit here and watch the birds outside. I actually had somebody coming in, moving the birdhouse so I can look out the window, actually see the birds while they're eating there. And I can get completely lost in watching these birds. And I'm not really a bird watcher. But my thoughts and my feelings go towards these birds, and I enjoy seeing how they have their hierarchy, who is allowed to go first in the birdhouse, who is second, etc. And by that, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling peaceful. I'm feeling in tune with nature. And that's what I want more of. I don't want more fear of this pandemic and the division it creates between so many people who are either for or against the different mechanisms as different governments are putting in place. That's not what we want. What we do want is right now is more joy, more connection to each other. And I think if nothing else, this pandemic has shown us how important that connection actually is. And I will talk about the positive aspects of it in another video for another day. But for now, going back to what we focus on expands, choose something that brings you joy. And you can't do this 24/7. I'm very aware of that. I can't do that either. However, when you find yourself suddenly in a more dull, negative, angry, whatever kind of way, give yourself a little nudge and remember what we focus on expands. So do you want more of that? No. When you feel angry, let that angry feeling come up and then let the wave dissolve and let it go again. And then choose after that to focus on something that you do want more of. And for most of us, it's something different. But in the end, at the same time, it's all the same. All we want is to feel love, to be loved, and to give love, and to feel that connection and trust. So I hope you found this useful. I also want to make you aware that I have a free webinar coming up, and I have the link here in this chat box. Hopefully that comes later on. I have no idea how this really works. And it's a webinar where I talk about fear and how you can flip from fear to becoming fearless. And that webinar is at the end of November. And I would love for you to be a part of it. I will do more videos before that, and would love to know from you what else you, or what kind of fear you would like me to talk about, or what other aspects you would like me to talk about, or to be involved. And at the same time, I'm also, the whole time when you are participating and when you are part of this community, I do a regular 2-point, which is my chosen tool to do the transformation, and include anything that is putting a little damper on your life, or is making you feel sad or limited in some way, and continue to do that work in the kind of I don't know what the word is, not directly in front of the camera all the time, but I'm doing it on a regular basis, because this world is changing. Change is, as I always say, inevitable. How we choose to respond to it, that's our choice. And that's what freedom really is. So thank you for watching. I appreciate your comments. And if you feel you know somebody who would benefit from understanding a little bit more about fear, maybe share that link to my free webinar. I would really very much appreciate that. And hopefully I know how to turn this off now. I'm fairly new to this live stream and everything. And I appreciate your patience with me. Have a lovely rest of the Sunday, beginning of Sunday, wherever you are. Love and light to you. Bye-bye.